this is Brad Linder with Liliputing, and I'm standing on my rooftop with the city of Philadelphia behind me so I can test out the Google Pixel 2 camera. You can check out still photos at liliputing.com to see examples of portrait mode and various conditions in terms of shooting outside, shooting inside. But in terms of video, I'm looking at the rear camera of the phone right now because it shoots higher resolution quality. And so this is a 4K 30 frames per second video. At 1080p, you can also do 60 frames per second or slow motion. It does support up to 240 frames per second if you're doing slow motion. And there is optical image stabilization and electronic image stabilization, whereas the original Pixel phones just had electric. And what that means is that you should be able to get relatively smooth action when we're walking and when we're panning. Now it's going to look better when you pan slowly than quickly. But I'll show you a little bit more of a quick one. And you can see you can sort of take there's a little bit, I think, more of a digital effect when you do that quickly. I'm going to shake the camera a little bit. I don't know how much of this is going to show up, but I am shaking it pretty vigorously. And then we're going to just sort of walk back again and walk forward and do a little bit of digital zoom. Digital zoom isn't something I love to do on phone cameras, but since this is 4K video, I'm kind of curious to see what that looks like. So again, let's do a faster zoom and slower. So I'm just sort of doing pinch to zoom there. So that's a look at some of the video capabilities. This is again the highest resolution that's available. It's 4K at 30 frames per second. You can do 60 frames per second if you do 1080p instead, which is probably fine for most people today, but I think the world is starting to move towards 4K, so it's nice to have that option, especially since these phones are relatively expensive. I'm doing this on the Pixel 2. All the features should be pretty much the same on the Pixel 2 XL, the main difference being that that phone has a larger screen and a larger battery, so you can probably record for longer. So, this is Brad Linder, and this is the Pixel 2 shooting 4K video. You can, again, go to liliputing.com for still photo shots.